right now, I do not have the confidence to say that he's the best. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Plus Three, back and bigger and wider than ever. I'm Matt Rossman, joined by John Epley and Manu Singhal. Let's talk about Max Park. Obviously, don't know who Max Park is. You've been living under a rock. I don't think you can be engaged with cubing and not know who Max is. Post Worlds, there's been some discussion, not a lot. I guess, John, we'll start with you. At least in NA, is Max Park still the best?
So it's easy to feel momentum. Like Yihang right now, he's the greatest in the world. Max Park, we feel like he's collapsing because he's not being as dominant as he was. But the current question as is Max the best in North America, and Max has the both single and the average record. So I think yes, as of today, July 2025, it's pretty easy to say Max Park is the best in North America. Um, sure, he has Matty Hiroto Inaba, Luke Garrett, Luke Greiser, Dylan Miller, all knocking at the door of taking his place, but Max Park is still just consistently being that guy. But any day if these guys keep improving and Max stays stagnant, certainly his position is always at risk because these newer, younger cubers and none of the guys I list are really newer or younger, but they're guys that are staying hungry. So Max is absolutely the best cuber in the United States and North America as of today, but July 28th, 2025.
Manu, what do you got?
Yeah, it's largely the same. I mean, man drops like one World's Finals, and he ends up getting like a 5.9 average at that. And like 5.9 is not a bad average. Like let's be real here. Felix himself said that those scrims were particularly good for white and yellow, and going into World's Finals, that was something that we were talking about. Like if the scrambles were actually particularly bad for white and yellow, then Max actually had a chance to be the world champion once again. So it's just because there's like one World's Final where he doesn't do that well, remember, relative to the rest of the field, there's no reason to write him off. Of course, the conversation is a little bit opened up now because, Dylan Miller, like he performed well above, I think, any of us were expecting to, and we're of course happy to see that. Matty, of course, ended up getting the first place amongst the North Americans, amongst the Americans at this competition. Luke Greiser, Luke Garrett, we have the people of the future like Caleb Chen, also on the come up, a couple of rising stars here in the West as well. But I think as of right now, I see Max on the podium, if not winning Nats this year and even next year.
Well, look, all respect to Max Park, still one of the most dominant cubers in the world, but right now, I do not have the confidence to say that he's the best at this time. Do I think he could pretty easily reclaim it? Of course, he's Max Park. He can do what he wants. But Worlds kind of changed my thoughts on this, and especially seeing Maddie and how well Maddie performed in finals. I was really impressed with his performance, and I was really kind of when I saw Max solving up there wasn't the same kind of fire. There wasn't the thing that I expected out of Max, and a lot of us that have come to appreciate about Max, which is that consistently excellent performance. I think at some level something slipped, and for right now, I think Maddie is number one. It's not by much, but especially if Maddie if Maddie wanted to really continue, hardcore going forward, I think Maddie would definitely continue to have that number one spot. But again, do I think Max can easily get it back? Absolutely. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's an interesting discussion here, like amongst like Maddie. By the way, Maddie, for those who don't follow, he's like recovering from like his like lung collapsing in Japan or something. So best wishes out to him. Hope his recovery is going well. But yeah, I mean, Maddie moving to the East Coast, also he's going to get some more time and a lot of more rounds and attempts. So that's going to be really interesting to see. He's been pushing towards NAR for I think years at this point, and has two very very notable NAR misses where I think it was just like a +2 or something like that. So, and obviously, Maddie from my region as well. So obviously a guy I want to support. I do think that there is like a weird conversation where like Max like underperformed or like didn't get like an exceptional average. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just a glazer, but like 5'9" is extremely good. Like and he just does it. Like he's like on lock. That's not something that many other people in the field can say. You know, they're gonna be on once and then off the next. Like it's gonna be like, you know, Dilly Millie at NAC, where he gets PR and then he just is not able to make finals. And you know that happens to everybody. It's not like just a Dylan thing. But the only person it doesn't happen to is Max. And like I think that in and of itself, not to mention the incredible legacy he has, I think it's hard to say that he isn't still the best.
I mean, in America specifically, we have a really hard time of letting go of our sports stars. And so, you know, oftentimes it's not they win the Super Bowl in their athletic prime and then they retire right there. You get to see a slow, sad decline, and you kind of you watch them fizzle out. It's not very often you get to see these highest performing legends go out still on top. And it's something beautiful about that. Something beautiful about the passing of the torch. Like we wouldn't be as excited about these new up and comers if we didn't have someone like Max to pass that torch. So good on him for not just fading away as soon as he sees that he's not going to be competitive anymore and just announcing his retirement when he knows he's going to start losing. Pass that torch. Let the new guys beat you as they can, and just participate in the sport. Just like Felix did for him in the past. Felix, passed that torch down to Max.
The other thing is this topic was 3x3 only, right? And so we're not even talking about like big cubes or whatever. Now, if you want to see where Max fell off, maybe that's 4x4 because he didn't even get on him. But you know, 5x5, 6, and 7, like he's still like by and far the favorite to win like Nats this year and is by best in North America, like without a doubt.
Yeah. If we take in other things, the graphic below is dictated that we go on to question 2. Courtesy of production. Thanks, Marnik. So going further down the 3x3 pipeline, everybody knows Yihang, which we'll get to more about him in a second again. But one Worlds, John, let's start with you. Is this going to be Yihang's only Worlds title?
I mean, there's just not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, Yihang is 11 years old. He was 9 years old 2 years ago when he lost by 0.01 seconds. Is it going to be easy? No. I mean, I think every single year he's going to be facing tough competition. But something to look out for, too, is will this be his only Worlds title? He's got more opportunities in other events. He got second place in 2x2, right? So taking advantage of the fact that this doesn't just say 3x3, I mean, I think that given that he's such the odds-on favorite 3x3, he still has room to grow, which is incredible to say. He broke the world record just recently. And so between all these events he has, the more time he has to grow. It's inevitable that he takes at least one more world championship. This kid is going to be cementing his legacy for years to come, and there's going to be a lot of tough competition that's going to keep him honest and keep him improving. So I think he knows that he can't stop. He's going to have to keep practicing to continue.
Yeah, if you thought that like, you know, Yihang like won the world championship and now he's just like sitting in Hawaii and he's just like cruising, he's like all happy. Of course, like he had a good time from what I heard. But even in Hawaii, he got 306 PR single yet again. And I remind you, that's just 1/100th of a second off of the world record single. So he's still firing on all cylinders. I think he was pretty close to a sub-4 average in Hawaii as well. And then, yes, of course, we will get to it. He got the world record once again. I seriously doubt that this will be his only world title. If there is like a universe where, you know, you have like other up and comers who have ridiculous improvements, Shorny or maybe even Chishian, or someone we don't even know, maybe someone not even in cubing at the moment. But I actually think that because he's won the world championship now, I think it's actually going to be easier for him to compete, at least in 3x3, because he's already there, right? He's gotten like, you know, the triple crown of cubing. He's gotten the world record average, he's got the world record single, and now he's got the world champion. So I think like for Yihang, he can be on cruise control if he wants to be. But I think he's still going to perform at such a high level that I think he's going to be in this conversation over and over. And that's what you need if you want to win the world championship.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you guys. I think the thing that I said was I hope this isn't his only world's title. Because I think if there were a future in 2027 where he doesn't get the 3x3 title, like it will, I will just say it's not because of him declining in ability. Look, we're talking about the show that he put on at Worlds was incredible. It was the greatest Worlds performance I think we've ever seen. um, he absolutely blew, like, he was blowing Zhuan Yi out of the water, and Zhuan Yi was moving crazy. Like Zhuan Yi put up an insane performance, and it still wasn't like close. It wasn't close. No one is close to Yihang right now. People like the only reason something could happen in the future would be either if Yihang retires in like next year to go do something else because he's already mastered cubing, or if like Manu, like you're saying, like Xuanyi or Qishan comes in and has such a massive improvement that they can overtake Yihang. Like it really shouldn't be like Yihang should win 27. I would argue he could win in 29. Like I feel like Yihang's probably the best chance for the first world three-peat in 3x3. Um,
Yeah,
I
who
mean,
knows?
like what world is that? Like, in your guys' opinion, what do you think? Like, how does Yihang not win in 27? Because he's gonna get better. He's gonna keep getting better. Someone has to effectively outpace Yihang's improvement in the same span of time.
Yeah, that'll be crazy. I mean, right now it feels like Shwani is like, well, obviously he's like the number one candidate, right? Yes, Young ended up blowing Shwani out of the water, but really, if you look at it, it's like solve by solve, it was actually really really tight up until Young got the second three in that average. So I think Shwani is definitely in the running to outtake him. One thing that I think is going to be really really interesting, and this is kind of getting away from what you asked, Rosman, but I'm really curious to see how Yihang solving is going to improve from this worlds to next worlds, because 2 years is a very long time. Like, you could argue like, oh, like it doesn't really make sense for Young to learn ZB going into this world because there just isn't enough time. 2 years is a lot of time where you can work on recognition, you can work on algorithms. Actually, maybe it's not even enough time. Who knows? Like, so it'll be really, really interesting to see like how he improves and whether or not his improvement can keep up with everybody else. All the challengers. The Flash has challengers now.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny's only been solving period for I think it was 2.5, 3 years. So I think 2 years is plenty of time to learn full ZB because he did it right. So I think they were also kind of underrating the how many things could make Yihang lose worlds, right? I mean, will his solving improve and be the best solver on that there? Sure. Will he be the best solver on that day? Who knows? And I think it will be pretty easy to distract him.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh man, uh, that's crazy. Anyway, highlight of the week. Okay, let's roll it. Yihang got the world record, 3-9. Someone break it down. Just yeah, I don't know if there's much to break down here other than the goat.
Well,
The
I mean,
goat's the goat.
we had a 383, 425, 362, 335, which then left us with a 3.60 BPA. So going to his fifth solve, he could have gotten a 3.6. Although he would have needed a 3.34 to achieve that, he got a 4.9. So he got 3.9 with his worst possible average. His first solve was the only one that I watched, to be honest, because what I saw was a 15 TPS solve that was completely average. There was no luck to it. There was just a very straightforward cross, straightforward solution. 15 TPS, 3.83. Insane. I think it goes to show that given the right scrambles, you can demolish the world record. I mean, it seems like these scrambles weren't anything special, and he got that 3.9. So scrambles might start to matter more and more as these solvers get so fast and so optimized.
Yeah, I mean the scrambles will definitely matter like infinitely. Like there are probably going to be I feel like 3x3 is going to end up like FMC where there's just going to be some sets of scrambles where it's just simply impossible to break the world record. But yeah, I mean again, Yihang does it another world record with a worst possible average. I don't know how this keeps happening over and over. He had a chance to beat the world record by like a ridiculous margin. Instead, ended up just being by a little bit. One of the things I really like as you're watching the final solves here is Yihang now, he actually celebrates during his records and stuff. And when he gets good solves, he's jazzed about it. I think that is like a huge difference compared to like just like a year ago when he would like break records. He would like pop off just like a little bit, like just like a small fist pump, and then that was it. But now he's like getting out of the chair, he's like jumping, he's having a good time. And I think that's also something that we learned from Worlds is that like these kids who are running around, they're not bots. A lot of people thought that they were just like literal machines and they had no emotion. But like these guys are just having fun at the end of the day. They're running around, they're giggling, they have emotions too. So it's good to see from Yihang that he's enjoying cubing. It seems like more than ever.
If we're talking about BPAs and the 3.6s, like oh he got the worst possible time that he could have. Oh, what did he get? The best time in the world. It's Madden numbers. It's like whatever the cubing equivalent of Madden or NBA 2K is. Like Yihang is doing that, and it's getting to be every time. It's every time he steps up and steps up to the table and he sits down and he locks in, you know, all hell breaks loose. That's what Yihang. That's just it's immaculate. So congratulations on another world record. Probably, we'll get ready for the 5 more world records that Yihang will break this year, and we'll talk
Some
about
for
them on Plus
global.
3 in the future. Yeah, hey, here we go. We got. Listen, we
Some
got.
for global, yeah, maybe. He was telling me so at the end of Worlds when I mentioned that he came back there, I asked him what how he would have done at home on those scrambles, and he's like 4-0, and he just like very confidently was like 4-0. So yeah, Young he has a lot to show, and he's a generational solver. So
I guess that covers everything here today for Plus 3. We thank you for watching. Comment down below. Do you think Max Park is still #1? Do you think this is going to be Yihang's only title? Can Yihang be stopped? Can Yihang be chained, or will he continue to destroy the cubing landscape for years and decades to come? We appreciate all your support. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do all that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Plus 3. Have a great week, everybody.